Hello, today I wanted to talk about conflict or difficult situations, those kind of moments where we are afraid or we're worried about what other people might say if we speak our minds, if we speak and tell people what we're thinking or feeling. And I have a podcast this week that talks exactly about this situation, but I just thought it might be useful to reflect on how we get into these difficult situations, because I don't know about you, but certainly for me, there isn't a single difficult situation that I haven't personally experienced or listened to with my coaching clients where it could have been dealt with much earlier. It's like we're traveling down a highway and we see the sign saying feedback moment and we ignore it and we carry on, and we see another sign saying feedback moment and we keep going and we keep going and we keep going, and we ignore those signs that are saying that we need to slow down, stop, take some time out and give some feedback. And eventually we get to this situation. And then when we handle this difficult situation, we can either sort of brush it under the carpet or minimize our feelings, or we might actually kind of get aggressive and judgmental. And so many people come to me in coaching and say, I don't know how to handle these conversations. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to handle the feelings that have been churned up before we have this conversation. And that's really what this week's podcast is all about: how to have difficult conversations. So I've got a link to it in the notes below, and also would encourage you that if you visit the podcast page, there is also a whole page of really useful downloadable resources that go into even more detail about identifying your particular response to conflict and then what you might do about it instead, a sort of healthier, calmer way of responding. So I'd also love to know what you think and what your style might be. Do you think you fight? Do you think you flee? Do you think you freeze? Or do you think you actually manage to handle it pretty constructively?